Well, tonight on Right Turn Garage TV, guess what we're doing? Yep, we're sanding on the old model machine. But I want to show you guys a little trick. Maybe it's a trick, maybe it's not. I don't know. Let's just say, for argument's sake, you have a long area like a hood. Let's just say, for argument's sake, you had to do some body work to it. You remember our long sander, the old Baxter? This sucker is the business. You can work body panels with this like nobody's business. It's a pretty amazing piece of equipment, for real. I actually don't know why I'm not using it right now. I'm actually been using my DA, which is the round DA, for this here. Mainly because I think I have more replaceable disc for this, and I was trying to see exactly what paper I needed. For those other ones, you buy this roll, and then you just kind of cut the fit at the Harbin Freight. And yes, the S10 is now, well, the SIS Sierra Classic has now become a workbench as well. Workbench. There's another workbench over there, and it's got, yep, a lot of crap on it. Awesome. Anyway, what I wanted to show you is this. Little sanding tricks. Never sand with just a piece of paper in your hand like this. No. For one, see them gaps right there in your fingers? That's going to leave lines. Trust me, it will. You want a sanding block, and I'm so, I don't want to say lazy, but relaxed. Is the right word? Is that the right word? We're going to say relaxed. I have like 4 or 5 sanders. I don't, this is a good little deal. Why don't I have that over there? Oh yeah, I know why. Because I have to like manually put the paper on it. Like, it just don't stick, and I just throw it on. Maybe that's why I'm using the other one. Okay, maybe it's a little bit of laziness, maybe. But there's also a manual sanding block, and they have all kinds for all different purposes. And you know, mine purposely is like MIA. Anyway, didn't really want to use it anyway, to tell you the truth. Not if I got all these other ones to do the magic for me, right? So you're probably wondering why I've taken it down this far. I'll easily tell you. This is the side that I've sanded down. I have not sanded down this half. And I doubt this camera can zoom in good enough, but I promise you, this paint on this hood is baked. This come from my parts car. That's the reason for the 2 smack hammers there that happened on the hood for whatever reason. And for the fact that the paint is not black, it's maroon. And it's baked. Look at that nastiness. Look at all that crap that was underneath them louvers. And don't get discouraged, but you're probably going to break at least one in the back on each one. Don't know why, but it did. And I took them out real easy with a 3/8 DeWalt, you know, impact. But I did it easily. Anyway, I'm getting away from the point here. Remember what I said shows up on top, comes from underneath? If you don't get all of this stuff smooth, if it comes through and it's baked and cracked, you're going to have that problem all the way every coat that you have. Through your primer, through all of it. You don't want that starting off at ground zero. This is ground zero. So, even though, you know, I'm getting, see, you miss little spots, this, that, and the other. You want most of that stuff off of there. If you can get all of it, which I would suggest you spend some time and you get all of it. Knock all that crap off. See how I didn't get a spot there? Wipe it down, take a look at it. Take your air gun, blow it off. because I'm telling you, this is just as important as laying down the paint. Actually, it's more important, because as I say, what's underneath shows up on top, right? So you're going to want to remove your hood louvers, headlights, marker lights, this thing here, you know, the whatever that's called. IROCs have them. The other ones, RSs, have a grill, I think. Tail lights. This one is, I don't know if this car actually had these to begin with. The guy I got the car from put them on. It's to save the door from door dings. I like the thought of it. I'm actually going to do some research to see if IROCs came with them or not. If they didn't, they gone. Let's see, what else? Around your windshield, let's just say for argument's sake, you accidentally cracked it and replaced it already. This brand new rubber seal that you just put in, I really doubt you want to gouge it up with some sandpaper going like that, right? Take your piece of tape and save it. All right? Take your piece of tape, wipe all this down so it sticks really good, because now I'm kicking myself in the booty for not doing it earlier. Mark it, mask it off really nice, and just fold it over this way. That way so it protects the edge of that. And who in the world wants that all chewed up after they've already spent $400, $500, however much dollars on a windshield? You know, you're going to want to trip over stuff in your garage. Oh yeah, that's the exhaust system that I still haven't done yet. You know, got stuff going on. Got stuff going on everywhere. Just, it's chaos, I tells you, chaos. But these are just little sanding tips. Another thing I've seen people do is actually take like a piece of sandpaper. I don't really know what this is for. Maybe it's for body fill work. You'll take a ruler and wrap sandpaper around it. And I've seen them work little areas. Maybe that is for fill work. I used to see it. It's an old time body trick. If anybody knows, man, shout it out down there. Lugnut, you know, let me know. That's an old time body trick. Maybe it's for mud work. I can't remember. Like I say, obviously, if you can tell by this, that is the excess bondage, and it's absolutely everywhere, because I am not a body guy. I mean, it's daggone everywhere. But we have drastically reduced the weight in this quarter panel by at least 36 pounds. There's just a very thin skim of Bondo there, just enough to cover up the little dings that I did and couldn't fill in and what have you. Couldn't pound out of there. So I'm very, very, very happy with that. I may have to do that again. I don't know. Whenever we get to the primer stage, that's going to tell you some more where you got to do your more body work at. I am also going to cover the whole car with a thicker primer that you can actually work. Sandable build-up primer. Put 2 or 3 coats on it, and we're going to go through it with a fine-tooth comb, like with some 400 grit maybe, and we're going to check to make sure she's flat. We're going to do a lot more prep work to this car than what we did the Sunfire Bird. We want to get better every single time. And with my buddy Delmer's help and wisdom, he's smarter than I am on this stuff. He's going to lead me through it, I believe. Pretty smart feller. Your emblems, obviously this one's already had the delete button hit on it. If you can't get them out or you want to try to save them, that's up to you. You can do the same thing like on the windshield. You can throw tape on the very outside edge. As long as you're not doing a collar change, you should be fine. Now this hood, we're doing a collar change on the hood. Get underneath. Get underneath before you do the whole outside of the car. So I'm not gonna lie, we're probably gonna clean it up underneath the hood and rattle can it. Not gonna lie to you. That's probably going to happen. But these marker lights, they're easy enough to take in and out. This side molding doesn't even match. Like I say, I'm going to see if that was even an option. And furthermore, let me tell you this. That side molding I just pointed to right there, that sucker is going to catch your clear and your paint. And it's going to go whoop. So that even needs painted off of the car. It's coming off anyway. You can take these off, you can leave them in. Choice is yours on that. It's dealer's choice. That looks like I got some rust there. That's cool. Dang it. But that's okay. That's why we're doing all this. So we can make this car flat and pretty again, you know? Which I think she's already pretty, but. And then we have a little bit of I wish this wasn't cracked work, because you cannot find these darn things. And it's not gooder. So fiberglass work again. Dang it. But you know what? It's okay. We did luck out, and we did get another you know, one of these thingies from our parts car, and I didn't even know I did until I went out in the shed and found it. So that definitely helped out. Try to figure out what in the world. I don't know if this is bent. What's really going on with that? Why that sticks out or in, what have you. We're praying for no big old mud puddles. Can't get it? Mud puddles? It's just mud. You get it. Anyway, your mirrors, if they're cracked, don't worry about them apparently. Dang it. These cracked too. So obviously the older model machine, she's partied out with some Molly Hatchet and what's that guy's name? Billy, you know, Idol. Billy Idol. Guaranteeing it. Billy Idol has been just screamed at the top of the lungs, top down, and just feeding her the onions. But anyway, guys, that's my little tidbit. Your headlights, they're easy enough to take out. If you put LEDs in like that, you probably don't want to paint them. Nope. Same thing with these, and there's all kind of mold and stuff behind these that happens after they've been setting. And from the Sunfire Bird, I learned the hard way. Whenever you go to wet this down and clean it off for the last time, moisture likes to set behind there. You know what likes to flush moisture out? Compressed air. Like from, I don't know, spray gun? Sure as heck does. So that's, yep. I think I may have said a swear word on that one. Like slug in a ditch or, you know, something like that. It was not. It's not good. But anyway, guys, I just want to show you these little sanding tricks, tips. This was 180 that I used. It may have been just a touch too harsh. Again, on the sandpaper, you can always go heavier, okay? The lower the number, the bigger the grits of sand are, I believe is how it's said. 220, of course, they're smaller, more particles, what have you. 80, that's going to be really coarse. 40 is going to be even more coarse. So just remember that the lower the number, the more coarse it is, the more paint, metal, what have you, it's going to take with it. The smaller the number, 1,000, 2,000, emery cloth, what have you, it's going to be really, really gentle with it. I mean, it's the higher number, it's pretty much polish. So just keep that in mind, guys. Another little tidbit, if you're doing the hood, don't set stuff like this on it and then open your hood, because we almost had a rendition of I cracked my own windshield again, but thank God I didn't. Whew. That would have not been gooder. Anyway, guys, the antenna, you can also take those out. Those really aren't, no, they're a pain in the booty, but you know, it is what it is. Do it the right way once and you'll thank yourself 1,000 times later. But for sanding tips, I think that's all I got. Make sure you're taking off all the stuff that holds water behind it. Your headlights, tail lights, all that good jazz. And I think that's it. And this is all a ramble video and a little bit of display. If you think that 180 was too harsh, you can hit it with 220. Try with the higher number first. If it don't do the more aggressive sand that you want, go with a lower number. You know, if you think it's taking too much, it's not going to hurt anything. You might waste a piece of paper, but you're going to learn in the process. I took 180 because I knew 80 exhaust again. I knew 80 grit was going to be way too harsh. 180 just sounded more gooder for this. All right, so I'm gonna get back to sanding. Hopefully we'll be real soon. We're hoping. Be a good Christmas gift or the beginning of the year thing, wouldn't it? For myself. You know, actually I think this is my, I think Lily, excuse me. I think Lily called this car whenever Dad kicks the bucket, so, you know, there's that. I think they're all rooting. No, I'm just kidding. They got great kids. Anyway, just want to thank you guys for watching, and hopefully this helped some of you. I'm actually learning in the process again as well, because we're doing a more in-depth, trying to really actually learn, other than just sand it down real quick and paint it like we did the Sunfire Bird, you know. But hopefully this helped you. If there's anything I can do to help you, send me a message. If you know any more tricks, by all means, throw them down there. Send them to me. I'm more than willing to listen. But thanks for watching. If you don't mind, just, we're at 198, fellas. 198 today. I just checked. So if you don't mind, just real quick, just subscribe button, you know? Hit the like button, whatever, you know. But thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time here on Right Turn Garage TV. Y'all have a great one.